All right, welcome back. You guys know what time it is. You guys are looking at the title. We're going to be talking about Jasmy. What in the world is happening with Jasmy? Let's talk about that. If you guys enjoy these types of videos, smash that like button. Show me your guys' power. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So looking at the market, guys, I'm sure the regular viewers are up to date as to what really is happening, because I kind of keep you guys updated as to what's happening with the broader market. But let's deep dive and see what really is occurring right now for the broader market. So you could see this for yourself in the last day alone. Yes, guys, in the last 24 hours alone, you're seeing bloodbath across the market, double digits coins being down. And to be specific about Jasmy, it's down about 15.5%, but you're starting to see that happening for the last, I would say, almost 2 months. So if you're looking at it on the last weekly time frame, it's down 32.6%, and on the monthly time frame, Jasmy is down 50. Yep, you've heard that correct. 50%. And before anyone comes out and says Jasmy this, Jasmy that, this, that, take 30 seconds out of your time. Take a broader look. Is Jasmy the only one that's down 50%? Or are we seeing the broader market? So is this due to Jasmy? Because, of course, we're going to start seeing people pointing fingers. What you want to be noticing is that, the broader market is down right now quite substantially. And if you've been following me on my channel, you guys know this is something we have been anticipating, especially over the last 2 to 3 weeks. So, of course, down quite substantially. 50% by no means is a small drop. It is a really, really big drop. So let's take a closer look and see what we're looking at as far as its price is concerned. So now one thing I want you guys to look at is the comparison. So if you're comparing BTC to Jasmy, we talk about Bitcoin on a day-to-day basis. I know there's a lot of people that don't like when we talk about Bitcoin, but I don't care. I don't care. I know a lot of people appreciate that as well. And that's why I continuously show you, because if you've been paying attention to Bitcoin price point and understanding how Bitcoin works, I'm sure you guys are totally up to date as to why this happened. And look at it, Bitcoin is down only 22.7% over the last 1 month. Meanwhile, Jasmy is down 50%. So higher risk, higher reward. And also, we do tend to see altcoins getting hit way harder compared to the Bitcoin. But let's take a look at what's happening with Jasmy. It's currently sitting at 2 cents, down 16% over the past 24 hours in USD comparative, also down about 10% in Bitcoin and Ethereum comparative. But before we go into it any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So fully diluted market cap. So you could pretty much say the market cap is sitting at $1 billion. 24-hour trading volume is at about $200 million. But massive drop. So what exactly is next? I'm sure a lot of people are wondering right now, a lot of moon boys. And again, you don't want to be a moon boy. I've always said this: lock those profits in. And if you took those profits when I gave you guys that tip, give yourself a pat on the back, because you could re-enter back into Jasmy if you want, and still have profit left, if you know what I mean. So really important. Let this be a learning lesson. Even in a bull market, I've said this thousands of times, you will see sharp drops. So educate yourself, understand how the market works. But let's get right into it. So looking at BTC, dominance index obviously spiked up, almost at 55.5%. Shouldn't really be a surprise to any one of you at this point, because we did see Bitcoin having a flash crash, going back below the very important support line at 57.8 for the first time since February, since we pretty much broke out of here, and actually closed below the 23.6. So a big move towards the downside, and of course bears are in control. You can see this for yourself. We did see the price going back into the 38.2 FIB zone. So this should give you an indication as to what's happening with the broader market as far as BTC is concerned. But let's take a look at how Jasmy has been impacted by this. So of course, Apple this, Apple that, Japan this, Japan that, and I have been quite transparent with you guys as to what I think, and I'm always transparent of what I personally think about certain projects. If I don't think the project is as how hyped it should be, or if it's overly hyped, I'm very honest with you guys as to what I personally think. But the news that came out was massive nonetheless. It was massive nonetheless, but still, as I've said to you guys before, their roadmap, it goes, so this has nothing to do with this, but just a quick reminder, their roadmap, you need to see as an investor. If I was in your guys' shoe, I need to see Jasmy, actually doing what they said they would do in the roadmap, rather than, kind of going the other route, kind of, putting it under the rug, if you know what I mean. You need to see that roadmap being checked off. If you even see a little bit of a hiccup, that's a big no for me. I don't care if there's going to be, Apple this, Apple that. I don't care about that. You need to do what you as a project say you would. So let's see what happens. But of course, you could see this for yourself. Jasmy is no exception. This is why we take a look at Bitcoin on a day-to-day basis. So let me repeat that again. This is why. Go watch any of my videos. You will see I talk about Bitcoin on a day-to-day basis. Why? Because Bitcoin decides what happens with the broader market. And you can see this for yourself in this case, from its all-time high, which is literally just last month alone. We did not end up reaching the psychological price point. We were very close, but we did see a very sharp drop, about 55%. That is a huge drop for the price of Jasmy. So it's pretty much back to where it was prior to this massive pump that we did see for the first time in pretty much a very long time, I would say. So we're back, literally back to where things started off. And I've been telling you guys this before. It's really important when you do see a project running up like this, finding a ground for itself. And believe it or not, Jasmy actually did start to find a ground for itself, consolidating, but obviously Bitcoin's move, especially sharp drops like this, will impact it no matter what. And you did see the price re-enter back to the accumulation phase. So now, if you are someone, and I've been saying this in a lot of my other videos, because I do believe we will see the market bouncing back quicker than a lot of people think. This bloodbath is to shake out the weak hands. So we've seen that. You'll just look at the liquidation charts. You'll be shocked as to how many people got wrecked. And this is why you don't want to be leverage trading, of course. But let this be a learning lesson. Take those profits when you see those, no matter what the case may be. Lock those profits in. Lock those profits in when you see them. Because let's say if you did take those profits, of course, no one can time when, the monthly high is, reached, or whatever the case may be after a run. No one can really, pinpoint, okay, what, this could be the top. Of course, you could go based off of historic price pattern to look at resistances. But if you locked in profit around that range and actually, end up doing that and putting it to stables or something, well, guess what? If you want to make your Jasmy back bigger, you're getting a 50% discount literally in less than a month. Welcome to the crypto space, especially the newcomers. So this does not mean I'm not worried. I think Jasmy will retest these prices once Bitcoin does break into the 23.6 fib zone. Very confident about that. So if you were on the sidelines, you have done your due diligence on Jasmy. If you have done your research as well, and you have money that you could invest that you are able to afford to lose, then guess what? The opportunity that a lot of people were waiting for is literally back to that same exact spot. So I really hope not a lot of people got burnt out as far as their profits go. I hope some people locked in profits, and I know a lot did. I see the comments. Of course, there are going to be a lot of people that actually did miss out on these gains as well. But let this be a learning lesson, especially if you're new to the space. But we're back to where it was prior to this massive move. So if you wanted to accumulate a little bit more, well, the price is back. We do have significant support level around here. But if Bitcoin does go lower, which I believe it could, I think there is a chance we retest 52K support. Possibly going even to 50K. Wouldn't surprise me. And because there's extensive support at 50, extensive psychological price point as well. So if you want to put that into perspective real quick, let's say we do drop down to $50,000. that does put the price at about an additional 7.4% move towards the downside. And of course, we know that altcoins get hit double digits. So for Jasmy, let's see what we'll be looking at. So a 14% drop would literally put it at the the exact support level for it at around 1.7 cents. So these are some realistic targets that could really actually end up becoming true. So pay very close attention to Bitcoin. Love each and every one of you guys. Let me know your personal strategy. What altcoins are you picking up? What's your personal strategy in terms of accumulating specific coins? Where do you see the market top happening? Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.